Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome graduating class 24-22. And now if I could ask you all to rise for the Sangamon County Honor Guard as they post the color and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Present arms.
Thank you. You may be seated. And before we get started, I just want to let you know, if you step out either of the back hallways here, right or left, you'll find restrooms. We also have a salon available that's playing the live feed of this ceremony. So if anyone with small children would like to go back there, I'm a big advocate of letting them stay in here. I don't mind the crying personally. They want to see their families, but if you would like to, that's available to you. And now I'd like to welcome Correctional Officer May Renee Dotson from the Macon County Sheriff's Office to deliver our invocation.
Today, as we come before family, friends, fellow officers, and our communities, we ask that you pray with us now and continue to pray with us on our daily journeys. We ask our higher powers, whose wisdom embraces the universe, to watch over all law enforcement officers, protect us from any harm or dangers that may come in the performance of our duties. We are diligent to stop crime and violence, as correction is an important part of our lives. We come before all those present today with grateful and humbled hearts, as we seek grace and guidance as we continue to grow. We pray that we are all blessed with patience, strength, care, compassion, and a spirit of servitude. Bless all those who work to make this ceremony a beautiful reminder of what we worked hard for. Bless the entire Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center community as they continue to care for and build up better officers. May our words today and our actions tomorrow be in line with our expected duties as we serve our respective communities with pride. Bless you all.
Very nice. Thank you, Cadet Dotson. Now to deliver our welcoming remarks, Commander Jim Getz from the Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center.
Well, let's give another hand to our class. They've been stuck with us for 8 weeks. I never rub it in, but sometimes I want to. Over the last, 4 or 5 classes, it's been an 8-week academy. Before that, it was 5 weeks, but I try not to rub it into these guys because it just doesn't seem fair. 5 weeks been better than 8, a little bit. All right. So I'm Jim Getz. I'm the commander of the academy. I appreciate everybody coming. This is a very important day for these cadets that have been spending the last 8 weeks with us. So I want to thank Sangamon County Corrections and Sheriff Paula Crouch, who couldn't be here today. Lieutenant Brad Clark, Sheriff Schaffner, for all you do for the kids here, and I call them kids because they're all old enough to be my kids, or young enough to be my kids, but we treat them as such because we want them to be best prepared when they get to their organizations they're going to. I want to thank Richland Community College for the partnership with us, President Valdez, the Richland Board of Trustees that allow us to do this, MCLETC for allowing us the opportunity to train the new police recruits and basic correctional officers. Thank the Howard G. Buffett Foundation. So we have a campus south of town. If you've not been out there, I think some of you may go out there after this graduation, at least if you want to, you're allowed to, and have your cadet take you out there and show you around. But we have a large, about a 40-acre campus, about $120 million worth of buildings, state-of-the-art facilities to train our people, and that's because of the Howard G. Buffett Foundation. So we want to thank them as well. I want to thank all the agencies here. We appreciate the opportunity to train your people. You guys are a joy to work with, and I hope you continue to work with us to train your cadets. Families, okay, so these guys have been here for 8 weeks, and girls, we've planned everything for them, up to the time they go to bed, what time they eat, what time they can take break, what time they go to class. But we know back at home things still go on. Grass still needs cut. Kids still need to go to school and get ready for school and take baths and all that good stuff. So thank you, the families, for giving them the support to be here for the last 8 weeks. And so this weekend, make sure they take care of everything at home because they've had an 8-week vacation. To the cadets, and I know I've said this, my first talk with you guys is it's about integrity and doing the right thing. And the one thing that your supervisors at the jails, your sheriffs, your captains, your lieutenants, they go to bed at night making sure that jail is in good hands. A lot of you folks here will be on the back shifts where your bosses aren't around as much, and so they count on you to make those right decisions. Sheriffs and lieutenants and captains and all those people, they lose sleep over those in-custody deaths and how you're going to treat your in-custody people. So remember, they may be in there for murder. They may be in there for the worst crimes that you can imagine, but they are still people, and you need to treat them as such. You cannot ignore their needs or questions for health care. You can't ignore their needs when they say somebody has a threat out on them or a hit out on them. You guys have to do your jobs. And so please, never take a shortcut. You are entrusted to take care of these people when they're in our custody. When we take them into custody, we take away their freedoms, okay? But you guys are empowered and have the authority to make sure that they are getting the care they need. So do not lose that thought, lose that sight, because that's what your sheriffs and your supervisors expect from you. Treat people as they should be treated. If you guys do that, you'll have a great career. Surround yourself with positive people in your workplace. If you surround yourself with that guy that never wants to come to work, you're probably going to have a crappy career. If you surround yourself with people that are positive and love coming to work, you will never work a day in your life. And so be safe, take care of those people that you're entrusted to take care of, and I wish you guys a great, great career.
And now I'd like to welcome our guest speaker, Deputy Director Sherilyn Williams from the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board.
You guys look great. I like you better in your uniforms than what you had on yesterday when we took the exam. Good afternoon. Friends and family, on behalf of the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board and Executive Director Callaway, I want to first thank Macon County Sheriff's Office, Lieutenant Brad Clark, and Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center Commander Jim Getz and staff for inviting me to speak to Macon County Corrections Academy Cadet Class 24-22. Sorry, I talk real fast and I hate public speaking. So I just want to, for full disclosure, I just want everybody to know that. As I reviewed the class roster, what stood out for me was that this class was comprised of sheriff's office that sent 2 to 3 to 4 correctional officers to this academy. With manning being a constant struggle, I applaud you sheriffs and organizational leaders for making it work and sending them anyway. I also noticed that this class represents the state well from the tip, Stevenson and Winnebago, to just a little below the middle, Montgomery. Class, when you put on that uniform, it should be with a sense of pride for yourself, the office, and the community you serve. Your walk on the beat should be to protect yourself, co-workers, and the inmates from hurt, harm, and danger. Social media influencers aren't looking for what you did right. They're looking to see what you didn't do. Your actions will be critiqued to the millisecond. Even when you're off duty, you need to be cognizant of your conduct and your actions. There will always be someone that wants you to fail for a variety of reasons, but remember, not everyone can do what you do. Be that employee that all inmates are treated with kindness and respect. Be that coworker that is compassionate and provides a lending ear without judgment. Be that spouse, parent, sibling, and child that recognizes when I'm having a bad day that my loved one shouldn't be the focus of my anger. Your mental health is so important. No matter what the narrative says, it's okay not to be okay. It is how we deal with those stressors that determines life's outcomes. Finding a healthy balance between work and family is the key. Family. There will be days when your loved one will come home distraught or even frustrated. They may even miss holidays, birthday parties, and family reunions. Don't hold a grudge. Be that support, that sounding board. Make family time when they get home or even on their days off. Having that stability helps them deal with issues that arise from work. In closing, I would like to thank you, Lieutenant Clark and Commander Getz, for the invitation to speak to Cadet Class 24-22. This was an honor to be such a momentous occasion. Safe travels back to your respective homes. Thank you.
Now I'd like to welcome to the stage my fellow class coordinator and my dear friend, Jared Schaffner, retired DeWitt County Sheriff Jared Schaffner.
This is the Friday we've been waiting for, right, folks? Every Friday around the academy is just different than any other day because their mindset from like 8:01 in the morning till they leave is all about you folks at home, okay? That's all I think they think about when they're not actively engaged in some sort of scenario or a lesson plan. So if you ever wondered if they're vacationing at the office, their minds, especially on Fridays, are home with you folks. So I want to tell you a little bit about the journey a lot of folks have carried in the last 8 weeks here. You know what, since day one, the first few minutes they were in our classrooms, we've been laser focused on bringing these folks to the point where they've earned their state certification. That is so important for the rest of their working career. And also along the way, we've thrown in some life lessons there. So also on day one, we talked to them about not just reaching that minimum standard to achieve their state certification, but reach deep inside themselves and move forward as a person, forward as a servant of the community. And we have a program at MCLETC we call the Sheriff's Challenge. Now the challenge is actually named on behalf of all the counties and all the sheriffs and command staff that entrust us to do that training for them at MCLETC. So the Sheriff Challenge is a four-pronged four goals that we put out right off the bat, first week, that we ask students to really shoot for. The first of those goals, and frankly the easiest, is to demonstrate to us that they can follow the policy of their sheriff's office, because we give them a policy manual in the first few hours. Lieutenant Clark actually goes through line by line and talks to them about what all the rules are at MCLETC. We ask that they follow those rules. If we have an egregious violation of the rules, those people are eliminated from achieving the Sheriff's Challenge Award. That happens very, very seldom. The second part of the challenge was to demonstrate they understand of their new role as a public servant. So as a public servant, sometimes we have to give of ourselves so others may thrive. Now this class did a fantastic job in demonstrating that, and they had about 75% of the class that participated in a blood drive. They literally gave of themselves to help others. We did that right just a few feet from their MCLETC classroom. So that was the second goal that we asked them to obtain. The third challenge, which is getting a little progressively harder here, was to actually get up every morning earlier than some of their citizens that are seated out here today, and some of the students next to them, getting up a little bit early and participating in a voluntary physical fitness program at MCLETC long before their daily routine usually begins. Now, something interesting about corrections in the state of Illinois, there are no physical fitness requirements. So we get people with a variety from physical fitness capabilities that show up on day one, and I'm always so impressed on how many people, it doesn't matter if they're in not so great physical condition or if they're in great physical condition, they come together and they work out at their whatever level they're capable of. So we ask them to participate in that. If they have so many absences, we will let them participate in the Sheriff's Challenges. There's quite a few members of this class that completed that part of the challenge. So the fourth part of our challenge in the Sheriff's Challenge event is actually, I think, the most difficult. We tell them, to graduate from MCLETC, you have to have a 70% grade point average. To participate and be awarded in the Sheriff's Challenge, you have to have a 90% grade point average. That's hard. We are preparing you for a challenging career and a challenging state certification exam. So we challenge you academically while you're here for 8 weeks. I want to give my really thanks to those students that really worked hard to get that 90%. And what breaks, I know Lieutenant Clark and I have had a little bit of some hard discussions about some of the students that are cadets, officers behind me. They may have finished at 89, or they may have finished, I had one at 89.9 in this class. No doubt in my mind, they stretched themselves academically and they studied a little harder than they would have if they weren't trying to reach that goal. So we appreciate all their efforts. And in the end, we had only 7. 7 of these cadets actually achieved all 4 of those challenges to participate in the final event, which was a 4-mile trail run, which we did yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful park here in Macon County at Sand Springs. We actually traveled the same route that Abraham Lincoln traveled during his travels through mid-part of Illinois, but it was on a nature trail. So everyone that participated, at the end of that, they received what they ultimately started this whole challenge for, is a special edition challenge coin. It's so rare that I think there's probably, maybe 50 in circulation? Maybe not even that many, but you're only eligible for that challenge coin after hitting those 4 major milestones. So I want to take a minute just to recognize those officers behind me, and I'm going to ask you officers, now the challenge was, if you get that coin, it should be in your pocket today, so we're going to test you to see if you actually brought it with you. When you have your name read, please stand and show me your coin. So, Skylar Bagby, McLean County Sheriff's Office. All right, fantastic. Isaiah Earl, Mercer County Sheriff's Office. Good, stand up. Fantastic. Mitchell Carpenter, Clark County Sheriff's Office. Matthew Farha, Adams County Sheriff's Office. Jessica Hurlis, Champaign County Sheriff's Office. William Kipping, Adams County Sheriff's Office. And Gregory Melancon, Stevenson County Sheriff's Office. All right, you can have a seat. So I want to be very clear. Congratulations to those 7, but I'm so proud of the people, all the people seated behind me. You have to earn your right to be on this stage today. A lot of people didn't earn that right. This started 8 weeks ago. So we are very, very proud of each and one of you, and every one of you should be proud of the effort that you put forth the last 8 weeks. So my final word to you is God bless and serve well.
Well, you don't get to leave here without hearing a few remarks from me, but I will keep them short. Good afternoon and welcome to the graduation of the Sangamon County Basic Correctional Officer Academy at the Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center. Lots of words. Congratulations to our graduating class, 24-22. If you don't know already, my name is Lieutenant Brad Clark, and I've had the honor to serve as the class coordinator alongside Jared Schaffner, who just spoke to you. I'd like to welcome all of our sheriffs, chiefs, jail administrators, training directors, department representatives, but most of all, I'd like to welcome the family and friends of the graduating class. As always, I want to thank MCLETC Commander Jim Getz and Deputy Commander Jason Walker. Thank you to Sangamon County Sheriff Paula Crouch and Jail Superintendent Larry Beck. Thank you to all the culinary staff, the housekeeping staff. Without them, we could not accomplish what we have to here at MCLETC. A special thank you to the McLean County Sheriff's Office for their continued assistance with the Academy, and thank you to all of our remarkable instructors, control tactics instructors, the firearms instructors, CPR instructors, attorneys, role players, each person who took time away from their regular lives to teach and instruct these cadets. I want to say to these 36 cadets that I'm proud of them. This academy is not easy, and if they're sitting here today, they have earned the right to walk across this stage. At the end of each class, I find myself standing here in front of the family, friends, and department representatives of the graduating class, and I stand here and give my own remarks about the last 8 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, in 8 weeks, we cover a lot. Firearms, control tactics, CPR first aid, booking, fingerprints, cell checks, jail operations, report writing, and the list continues. It goes on and on. We also try to stress the MCLETC core values: public service, respect, integrity, discipline, and excellence. One cadet submitted an essay that I believe very accurately depicts the characteristics of a good correctional officer. In fact, he entitled it, "What I Think Makes a Good Correctional Officer." Instead of continuing to speak to you today, I'd like to invite Cadet Gregory Melancon from the Stevenson County Sheriff's Office to step forward and read his essay.
I promise, guys, it's just a list. What makes a good correctional officer? A good correctional officer keeps themselves in check by controlling their actions, thoughts, and opinions. They are always willing to listen to others, no matter who they are: detainee, coworker, visitor, or a member of the public, on any subject. They know their own limits and will call for backup or let another CO take over in a situation when necessary. They They are always prepared for things to get physical, but they do not look for a reason to get physical. A good king is always prepared for war, but never seeks one out. Odin. Their goal is to always do the right thing, but they understand they are human and will still make mistakes. They are willing to learn from their mistakes. They recognize and avoid complacency. A good CO cares about everyone and wants to keep everyone safe. They separate home life from work life. They keep up on all their training so they do not lose those skills. They will seek out professional help after an adverse event has negatively impacted their mental state. They follow all jail rules, policy, and state laws. They write clear, accurate, proper, and professional reports. Also, a good CO remembers that a person is still a person, and they always are respectful. And last but not least, a good CO remembers that there is always room for improvement. Thank you.
I don't think I could have said that better myself. Now I'd like to welcome our class president, Court Security Officer Jessica Hurlis from the Champaign County Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming today and supporting us. On behalf of the class, I want to also take a second to, again, thank our family and friends who have helped us through these 8 weeks, for moral support, to taking care of our kids for us, to ensuring pets are taken care of. We cannot thank you enough. Without you guys and all the extra work you've put in, there's no way we could be up here today. So thank you. Now, class 24-22. Numbers that will live in our dreams forever, I'm sure. Thank you for allowing me to be your president over the last 8 weeks. Thank you for trusting me with issues and concerns and allowing me to be your class leader. It was very much an honor. At the beginning of our 8 weeks, I had said that regardless of how we ended up here at MCLETC together, we at least had 3 goals that were going to be the same. Get through the day, get through the week, and get through the 8 weeks. Some days were going to be easier than others, but we would make it through if we worked hard together. Similar to our 8-week goals, we have now been given the knowledge, the information, and the skills that will help us get through our days, our weeks, and our careers in a safe and healthy way. Some days, maybe even weeks, will be harder than others, but we have been given the tools to succeed if we choose to use them. So, when the phrase, 2 rounds, center mass, watch your target, fire, runs through your head in the middle of the day, also remember your front sights and your sight picture. When you're reminded of the line, Officer Supine, get there, do it now. Remember where your hands need to be and the position you need to get into to protect yourself. And lastly, remember, one of my pet peeves is, and remember the details. Remember the details that will carry you through your personal lives and your professional careers. 24-22. I wish you all nothing but the best in everything you do. Be well and be safe. Thank you.
While we kind of get ourselves in place here, I do want to say we're about to give out the certificates. When your cadet's name is called, if you'd like to step up or off to the side here, take a picture, that's more than welcome. We do have a photographer here, so I ask you don't block her. And if you'd like to see those photos or if you purchase any of them, her website is on this program. Correctional Officer Skylar Bagby, McLean County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Kaylin Burton, DeWitt County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Mitchell Carpenter, Clark County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Ty Cromie, Adams County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Vinton Deemy, Macon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer May Renee Dotson, Macon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Olivia Douglas, Vermilion County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Clayton Durbin, Macon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Isaiah Earl, Mercer County Sheriff's Office. Row 1, take your seats. Row 2, on your feet. Left face. Correctional Officer Matthew Farha, Adams County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Hazel Fierro, Champaign County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Jahira Flores, Berwyn Police Department. Correctional Officer Logan Golding, Rock Island County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Jessica Griffin, Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. Good job, good job. Correctional Officer Carson Halsell, Knox County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Tajay Hewitt, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Good job. Court Security Officer Jessica Hurlis, Champaign County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Nicholas Jackson, Vermilion County Sheriff's Office. Row 2, take seats. Row 3, on your feet. Correctional Officer William Kipping, Adams County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Judy LaCrone, McLean County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Cindy Lee, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Good job. Correctional Officer Judith Martinez, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Salwan Mazar, Lake County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Gregory Melancon, Stevenson County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Ronald Miller, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Crystal Morales, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Noah Ray, Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. Row 3, take seats. Row 4, on your feet. Correctional Officer Giovanni Rodriguez, Lake County Sheriff's Office. Good job. Correctional Officer McKenna Russell, Peoria County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Zachary Smith, Adams County Sheriff's Office. Nice, good job, man. Correctional Officer Brendan Spitzig, Knox County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Quentin Thrinn, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Kyle Van Dorn, Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Sean Venable, Vermilion County Sheriff's Office. Correctional Officer Devin Walls, McLean County Sheriff's Office. Good job. Correctional Officer Nicholas Watson, Rock Island County Sheriff's Office. Take seats. And before I send our panel away here, we do have a few special certificates and awards to hand out to a few of the cadets. We'll start out with our class president. Each Class 1 student is selected by the class to serve as their class president. Class president must demonstrate good leadership through patience, empathy, and hard work. They must work to earn and keep the trust of their fellow cadets. The class president will step up when a volunteer is needed. They will help a struggling cadet study to bring their grades up. If the class has a concern that should be addressed, the class president will bring it to our attention. The class president stands in front of the formation every morning with the day's duty cadet. The class president is expected to encourage and motivate the class during a difficult exercise and training. Cadet Class 24-22 has not been disappointed with the selection of Jessica Hurlis from the Champaign County Sheriff's Office. Cadet Hurlis, please step forward and be recognized. I also want to recognize our class secretary. This person volunteered to keep the class organized. If we needed something written down or a list of cadets made, she was the one that would do it. I often handed her a pile of paperwork and asked her to put it in alphabetical order. As the academy moved forward, there were many small things that needed to be kept straight. Cadet Class 24-22 had a great secretary in Cadet May Renee Dotson from the Macon County Sheriff's Office. Cadet Dotson, please step forward and be recognized. The class treasurer is responsible for collecting money for all kinds of different class functions, whether it be for uniforms or MCLETC memorabilia, the collection for the sign that hangs on the MCLETC Chow Hall walls. To organize and keep track of other people's money is a big responsibility. I'd like to thank Cadet Hazel Fierro from the Champaign County Sheriff's Office for serving as Cadet Class 24-22 president. Cadet Fierro, please step forward and be recognized. The Class Academic Award is earned by the cadet with the best overall grade point average after several quizzes and exams. Cadet Class 24-22 had several excellent students. In fact, there were many cadets with a GPA over 90%. The difference between the top grade and the runner-up was only 0.3%, or one correct test question. Cadet Gregory Melancon from the Stevenson County Sheriff's Office has earned the academic award. Cadet Stevenson, come on up. Good job. In addition to the academic award, we also want to recognize the cadets that finished the class in the top 10%. As I said before, we had several cadets that earned a GPA over 90%. Each of these cadets finished the class with a GPA of 94% or higher. Please join me in congratulating each of these cadets on a job well done. Cadet Matthew Farha from the Adams County Sheriff's Office, please step forward. Cadet William Kipping from the Adams County Sheriff's Office, please step forward. Good job. Cadet Jessica Hurlis from the Champaign County Sheriff's Office, please step forward. You're going to be up here a lot. Each Class 1 shooter is awarded the Sharpshooter Award for excellent performance on the range. The cadet that received the award is the shooter that had the best qualification score. A third of the class received a qualification score of 47 or higher out of 50. 2 cadets received a perfect 50 out of 50. To break the tie, both cadets shot the entire qualification a second time. In the end, the cadet who earned the Class Firearms Award was Cadet Nicholas Watson from the Rock Island County Sheriff's Office. Cadet Watson, please step forward. For many of you in this audience, the name Bill Strayer is a familiar one. Bill Strayer served as the Basic Correctional Officer Academy Director for more than 20 years. In his time as director, more than 2,000 correctional officers were trained. Many in this audience remember attending a Bill Strayer Academy. Jail administrators, supervisors, and even some sheriffs all started their careers learning from Bill Strayer. Bill's retired now, but he's still dedicated to seeing cadets receive excellent training. He was always kind, but he expected hard work and maximum effort from his students. When I was promoted, Lieutenant Strayer told me, if you make a decision, be prepared to stand by it, and as long as you have a good reason, I'll back you up. He always kept that promise. He always had the backs of those who served under him. That's why we have created a new award called the William Strayer Leadership Award. The student who receives this award will be a hard worker, always putting forth their best effort. They will be a leader among the class, motivating their fellow cadets, helping them learn, making sure they're doing the right things. Like Bill Strayer, the person who receives this award is not only a leader, but they will lead by example. They carry themselves like professionals. They wear the uniform with honor. They will be the first to volunteer, the first to check in. They will not only be on time, but they will be early. This cadet will have compassion and care about their fellow cadets. This cadet will solve problems before they become problems. When myself, Jared Schaffner, Commander Getz, and a few other instructors sat down to determine the winner of this award, a few names came out, but one truly stood out. The cadet was instrumental in turning 36 individuals into one class of cadets. It is my honor to announce the first winner of the William Strayer Leadership Award. Congratulations, Cadet Jessica Hurlis from the Champaign County Sheriff's Office. Cadet Hurlis, please step forward. I'm going to let you guys all sit down. I'll send our panel back to their seats, but I do have a few more acknowledgments I'd like to make. I promise I won't keep you all too much longer. We've continued our tradition of offering the cadets the option of working out with the MCLETC fitness instructors in the voluntary PT program. In Cadet Class 24-22, 23 cadets finished that program. Each of them woke up early every morning and ran the track or exercised inside. If it was raining on their day to be outside, they ran in the rain. Many suffered from sore muscles and joints, but they worked through the pain. I will now read the names of the cadets that worked hard to complete the program and ask that they stand to be recognized. I would ask that the audience hold their applause until I read every name, and we will applaud the entire group as a whole. Cadet Skylar Bagby, McLean County. Cadet Kaylin Burton, DeWitt County. Cadet Mitchell Carpenter, Clark County. Cadet May Renee Dotson, Macon County. Cadet Olivia Douglas, Vermilion County. Cadet Isaiah Earl, Mercer County. Cadet Matthew Farha, Adams County. Cadet Hazel Fierro, Champaign County. Cadet Jahara Flores, Berwyn Police Department. Cadet Logan Golding, Rock Island County. Cadet Carson Halsell, Knox County. Cadet Tajay Hewitt, Winnebago County. Cadet Jessica Hurlis, Champaign County. Cadet William Kipping, Adams County. Cadet Judy LaCrone, McLean County. Cadet Judith Martinez, Winnebago County. Cadet Salwan Mazar, Lake County. Cadet Gregory Melancon, Stevenson County. Cadet Crystal Morales, Winnebago County. Cadet Giovanni Rodriguez, Lake County. Cadet Zachary Smith, Adams County. Cadet Brandon Spitzig, Knox County. Cadet Quentin Thren, Montgomery County. And Cadet Devin Walls, McLean County. Let's give them all a big round of applause. We also want to recognize the cadet who was responsible for all those great pictures you saw on the screen before we started here today. Our class photographer documented the training and experiences of the class as they moved from week to week through the academy. Each cadet is able to access these pictures and save them to look back on. Cadet Olivia Douglas from the Vermilion County Sheriff's Office, please stand to be recognized. Of all the class positions that we ask the cadets to fill for 8 weeks, one of the most difficult is the squad leader position. 6 cadets are chosen to lead the others in their squads. It is not an easy task to lead a group of your peers. The squad leader's primary job is to account for the members of their squad before any movement. They were asked to hold their fellow cadets accountable if the rules weren't being followed. The squad leaders are the first link in the chain of command. If a cadet had a problem, they went to the squad leader first. I'd like to announce the names of each squad leader and ask if they stand to be recognized. Our first squad was Cadet Kaylin Burton from the DeWitt County Sheriff's Office. Second squad, Cadet Logan Golding from the Rock Island County Sheriff's Office. Third squad, Cadet Isaiah Earl from the Mercer County Sheriff's Office. Fourth squad, Cadet Sean Venable from the Vermilion County Sheriff's Office. Fifth squad, Cadet McKenna Russell from the Peoria County Sheriff's Office. And sixth squad, Cadet Nicholas Watson from the Rock Island County Sheriff's Office. And now to deliver our benediction, I'd like to welcome Correctional Officer Jessica Griffin from the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we prepare to leave today, after gathering to celebrate the graduation of myself and my fellow correctional officers, brothers and sisters, I kindly ask that we all bow our heads in prayer. God, please watch over and protect all of us while we are on duty. May we never forget that there will be difficulties in our regular daily tasks. I ask of you, Father, to support us in continuing to be diligent, mindful, and patient. Give us the discernment to wear bravery and display honor while in uniform. Give us all courage when facing perilous obstacles and guide us when we feel lost. Give us the physical strength we need when it is needed. I pray that we all will be committed to doing our jobs well in order to keep our coworkers as well as our communities safe. Please help us to retain all the different things that we have learned here and to use it appropriately in our profession. And most of all, Father, please be by our side during it all so that we may not walk alone. Psalm 23, verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. In your name we pray. Amen.
So I have one more duty to perform for class 24-22, and that's to dismiss them for the last time. Before I do that, I'd like to tell you all that Commander Getz has offered to open the campus of the Macon County Law Enforcement Training Center if you would like to go back there and take a tour with your cadets. We will open anything that's not being currently used. We're going to open it up so you can take a look. Just be mindful that we do have active training going on right now. So with that, class, on your feet. Class, up 10, boom! 24-22, sir! Cadet Class 24-22, it is my honor to announce that you have graduated from the Basic Correctional Officer Academy. Job well done. Good luck and Godspeed. You are dismissed.